Kanye West declared war on Jewish people.
Look at it from a black perspective. It's a culture that feels that its wealth has been extracted by different groups. You need to be able to meet people from what their community is feeling as well.
I think it's high time we buried this issue, and it can only be buried if we openly talk about it. At the end of the day, our enemy isn't a man from another race but the devil, who is trying to make us fight so that we don't succeed together. Kanye said what he said because of what he's been observing. Y'all can't tell me he just woke up one day and started pushing this agenda. You are telling me that out of everything he could have said, he just chose to talk about Jews? If you listen to him carefully without mixed feelings, the rapper and fashion guru is just trying to stand up for black people, who we can all agree have been taken advantage of for many years. I came across a certain lady who responded to a guy saying that Kanye's words have brought division. Listen to this.
But what really bothers me is the divisiveness that has been created from this whole saga.
It's funny how now it's causing divisiveness, but can I say this division has always been there? It's just that when it affects us as black people, no one has nothing to say, nobody cares. Now that Kanye is actually speaking out and being honest and being in his truth and is calling you guys and your religious people out on their behavior, it's not only Kanye that has faced that behavior. I know a lot of actors and actresses, and they find this behavior all the time.
What the lady said is very true. How many disturbing issues have black people complained about and gotten no response? To this day, racism is a daily topic in the black community. Yes, I also agree that a lot of things have changed, but it hasn't been easy. For black people to be here now, they went through a lot and lost a couple of important figures like Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, Tupac Shakur, and many others who strongly stood up for them. You just have to understand the frustrations on their faces because they have suffered and still suffer. Y'all pay no attention to our cries. You ignore everything. If black people got the same response Jews got when Kanye spoke about them, then no one would complain. I have heard a lot of people say that Kanye West had no right to put the tag on all Jews. If he had or has a problem with certain Jews, he should have just mentioned them. Well, I am aware that not all Jews are evil, just as not all other people are evil. But see, the problem I have with this common sense is the fact that when a black person does something wrong, all blacks are evil, but when a person from another walk of life commits a crime, it's just him or her. You are not allowed to extend the blame to other people. Things are not equal here. Listen to this woman and Minister Farrakhan's response.
But I would like to say what scares us is I think we hear violence.
Isn't it sad that we who have been the victims of so much violence, now whites fear violence from us? We do not have a history of killing white people.
Minister Farrakhan was completely correct. And this still comes back to what Kanye West said.
If one black man does something bad, all the other blacks get caught with him. If one black man does something good, nobody else gets nothing with him. It's a reverse for the Jewish people, right? If a Jewish person could repeatedly me on a deal, it's just them. It's just the businessman. It's not the people. It's not nobody else. But if a Jewish person does good, all of their people eat with them. That's one of the flips.
Just like Jon Stewart said, if we want this issue to end, then let's be open with each other, let's listen to each other, and above all, let's respect each other.
People think Jews control Hollywood. People think Jews control the banks. And to pretend that they don't, and to not deal with it in a straightforward manner, we will never gain any kind of understanding with each other.
The best way was to follow Kanye and try to find out where he was coming from with his anger. It is not reasonable to assume he is insane, but if he's making you millions, he's normal. We need to come together and help each other heal. This habit of ignoring black struggles and pretending like there is nothing wrong going on won't take us far. And for the black community, please continue to speak up on issues affecting you and the world. As Tupac said, we now have an audience. They may not listen to some things, but others will undoubtedly catch their attention.
Right now, as a year, we got 1 million people that's listening. Now we can tell them something. Now we can try to get them that way, and we might lose some. We might gain some, but we would never even have that audience had we not said what was real.
We need to build a society that will produce vibrant children with visions. Let's put an end to crimes, not having fathers around, mothers taking advantage of fathers, mistreating one another, and waiting for other people to fix our community. We have the capacity to rebuild ourselves without hurting anyone. A black person is beautiful, kind, and loving. We are not known for violence, and we will keep it that way. God bless you all.